in order to beat a guy like Brandon Moreno, you gotta be dynamic. You can't be basic as Brandon Moreno because he is very dynamic. Boom, 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 boom. Heads there. He's in the box, and there's nothing that can really hurt him right here. Right? He's sitting there waiting for something to happen. Hand is up. Boom, boom. Beautiful jab. Cross that and lands that beautiful textbook boxing jab from Brandon Moreno. He's going X block. He guessed wrong, but he has his left hand up, but this part is exposed, and that's where Brandon's gonna clip him right there. Here it goes right here. Whee! Beautiful head kick from Brandon Moreno, and it's kind of like what Ilya Topuria does. He's boom over the top of that right hand, landing that shot. He landed the shot over and over and over again, and I'm shocked Amir didn't go down. It's hard, and this was not a very good scene. You're getting pieced up the whole entire fight, and then you want to stay there and bang. Doesn't work that way. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Your boy just got fresh off the plane, and we're gonna break down this pretty good fight between Brandon Moreno taking on Amir. I don't want to try to pronounce his last name because I don't want to butcher it, but the man's got a nice fade going on there. I like the fade, is looking fresh. But anywho, if you guys new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know go live. And I'll let you guys know we just had Brandon Moreno on the Mighty Cast last week. If you guys have not watched that yet, go do yourself a favor and watch that bad boy. So honestly, it was classic baby assassin Brandon Moreno, right? I mean, I felt that Amir had no answer for Brandon Moreno, and I'm shocked that Brandon didn't take the fight to the ground because I grappled him and his grappling is so good. But here we go right here. Brandon Moreno, obviously younger. Actually, I thought Brandon would be older. Obviously, when I talked to him on the Mighty Cast, he's been doing this for a very, very, very long time. He started by jumping into mixed martial arts by watching Tekken, believe it or not. But here he is, 30 to 31. So these guys are pretty young in the division. I think they're younger than Alex Pantoja, 25 and a half weight. Brandon Moreno has the height and also the reach advantage. But honestly, when I was watching the fight, I felt there was a clear discrepancy of skill level. Like, I felt like Brandon Moreno has had the tougher fights. He's been a champion. He's fought the best of the best. He's fought Figueiredo multiple times, and now Figueiredo is cleaning house at 135. He's fought Alex Pantoja. He's the champion. So you can see the caliber that Brandon Moreno has fought over Amir. Granted, Brandon is younger than him by a year, but I figured Amir would be a lot younger, not, watching, just watching the fight. Because Brandon's been there for so long, I feel like Amir has just burst on the scene. But there's Brandon Moreno. Like I said, Brandon Moreno, he's so seasoned. There's his stance. This is his home stance, him going back and forth. I just did a seminar talking about this is your home stance, right? And he's kind of looking back and forth. Great stance, hands are up, his hands are down, but this is home. He's basically waiting for a reaction for Amir. Amir was he's basically doing jabs, 1-2, nothing really like, no body kicks. He's playing very conservative and safe. And this is why Brandon's, he's sitting there looking, waiting for something to happen. And, good posture from Brandon Moreno and looking. I'm worried about these knees there. I wonder if he has, if he was battling any staph or anything like that. But interesting, those are like the both same stats. So he's probably spending a lot of time on his knees wrestling or whatever. But interesting there. I wonder if the producer spotted that. Okay, here we go right here. But it's almost like he just kept on slowly. Let's back it up real quick. This is Brandon basically, oh, hold on. Back it up real quick. Back it all over again. Okay, here we go. So this is Brandon. I mean, Amir is trying to come across the void, but he's not showing anything. He's just walking across the void. And Brandon's seeing it. He's keeping his distance. His head is down. He's hunting. And as this guy comes across the void, he's trying to get something going off, but he's too upright, not doing anything. See right here, when you have someone who's hunting, boom, inside 9 is a perfect thing, or body kick to get his hands busy because Brandon's hands aren't doing anything. So this guy's trying to walk and get to him, and Brandon capitalizes on it as he gets closer to him with just a basic jab. Getting closer, and look, Brandon shoots off. Boom, lands that jab. He eats it, heads is up. Beautiful jab. Hand is up. Boom, boom. Beautiful jab. across that void and lands that beautiful textbook boxing jab from Brandon Moreno. So beautiful stuff. But I just felt like he was not there. Like, I just felt Brandon was so much cleaner, sharper than Amir. And there's that beautiful right hand. He's landed multiple times on Amir in that fight. And he had Amir rocked multiple times. Typically, you don't see Brandon Moreno rock people. But boom, once again, I always talk about this. Look at this home. Boom, 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 boom. Heads there. He's in the box. And there's nothing that can really hurt him right here. Right? He's sitting there waiting for something to happen. Where Amir, once again, I said it earlier in the stream, in the breakdown, he wasn't doing anything fancy. He was just basic. And in order to beat a guy like Brandon Moreno, you gotta be dynamic. You can't be basic as Brandon Moreno because he is very dynamic. And if you can't match his dynamicness, then you're gonna have a long night. And that's what Amir had that night. A very, very long night. Boom. And once again, there's that right hand. That's coming more down the center. Typically, Brandon was landing over this guard and dropping him. And Amir's backing up. So Brandon did a good job of not overextending himself. Those couple times Brandon will go hard left hook, like a killer shot, and he'll overshoot a shot, but it's okay because Amir's running away, right? But Brandon was just on fire that night. Like, he was on fire. He's looking great. And I felt like I didn't have to watch the fight. But here he goes. Look, Brandon, so this guy's making a choice. And he went down. I just literally worked on this at the seminar. He's going X block. He guessed wrong, but he has his left hand up. But this part is exposed. And that's where Brandon's going to fucking clip him right there. Here it goes right here. Boy, beautiful head kick from Brandon Moreno. He guessed, and boom, look at this. Brandon throws a body kick. Look at the distance he has outside the void. And he just shells up, right? Like, I felt like this, he just was not on Brandon's level. Wasn't on Brandon's level, which is fine. Because they're both still young and he's never had the opportunity to fight the higher caliber competition. And then there's Brandon going off angle. He's behind the shoulder. He's looking this way. Brandon's coming towards me in this picture. Great movement for Brandon. Yeah, Brandon was just on fire that night. And Brandon's still young. They're both very, very young. 30, 31. And this is one of the shots right here. One of those shots. Brandon comes over the top. Boom. Lands that. Head's going that way. So all his weight's going this way. Perfect. And Brandon's going to go right hand. And you see he's shifting his weight. Boom. He's shifting his weight into that shot. He's going to step and then go hard left hook. And you saw him do it multiple times in the fight when he was fighting Amir. He would miss a couple times, and a couple times he would land that shot. But once again, Amir was not on his level. Classic Brandon Moreno. Doing what he does. Punches and bunches. And I'm just shocked that he didn't wrestle. I'm shocked he didn't try to take him down. Look at that counter. Beautiful left counter. Looks like Brandon's coming towards me again. Boom, boom. Boom. Beautiful shot. And once again, this guy was just throwing jabs and 1-2. So Brandon was able to pick his shot. Beautiful uppercut. He can even go right hand if he wanted to. I mean, yeah, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but Brandon was just on a different level that night, boys. On a different level. There's nothing Amir could do. Beautiful shot from Brandon right there. And then, once again, this was that main shot. Him slipping inside. Typically, when you slip a jab, you want to go outside the arm, but he was slipping inside and come over to the top. But once again, all he did was rely on jabs and crosses. So when you fight somebody, you're measuring that distance in that void and you're keeping it, and you see them, they're just going jab. They're just trying to pot shot you, but not really overextend themselves or coming inside the void. You can start to pick your shot over their shot or in between it, especially with Brandon Moreno having the distance, 2 inches of reach. 2 inches matter a lot. Ask your girl. Okay, here we go. But beautiful overhand right from Brandon coming over the top of the guard and slipping that jab inside. And then boom, getting his hands busy. He X blocks, but that still gets in there. There's an X block, and that still gets in there. And like I said, man, it was a long night for him. It was a long night. Great picture, but good technique from Brandon. Hand exchange, keeping his face away from any danger outside the void. Beautiful. See? And there again, that same overhand right. But look how he's going. Look at the hand is here. His head's here. Overhand right. And it's kind of like what Ilia Topuria does. He's boom over the top of that right hand, landing that shot. He landed the shot over and over and over again. And I'm shocked Amir didn't go down. I'm very, very shocked he did not go down. And I'm shocked that Amir didn't use more kicks or wrestle in the fight, because he was not winning this stand-up battle. He was not winning it. Granted, he probably wouldn't win the grappling exchange either, because Brandon trains with Mikey, very, very high level grappler, and there was nothing he could do. So Brandon kind of resorted to staying on the feet. He didn't try to take Amir down either, which I feel if Brandon would have taken it down, I think he probably could have finished Amir. All right, here we go again. Okay, he tried to shoot. Oi! Boo. Okay, he defended that. Comes up. Lands a beautiful left hook. Now, he hit him in that exchange, right? So, throws his knee. Boom. And look. Very unorthodox. Right? Very unorthodox shot. Boo. Lands that left hook. Drops him. Tries to follow up. And this was in the 5th round. So, he was probably already exhausted. They're both maybe a little tired. Hits that left hook and drops him. Follows up. This would have been a beautiful opportunity to throw a flying knee, because his back's going into the cage. He's closing the void, and he could just boom. But it looks like he comes up. He closes the void. Now he's ready to piece him up. Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz style. You can do whatever you want. Angle, uppercut. But a beautiful flying knee there would have put him in a position where he would have to choose. And is he going to shoot? Is he going to eat the knee or whatever? Overwhelming. But good job for Brandon Moreno coming in and closing the void on him. Love that. Another high kick. Beautiful high kick from Brandon Moreno. And I would say the only thing that, yeah, that's nasty right there. The only thing that it's hard, and this was not a very good scene. You're getting pieced up the whole entire fight, and then you want to stay there and bang. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Over here, right? But see, he's still doing it. He's still doing that 1-1-2. That's why Brandon was able to come over the top, come up the middle, move, and be more dynamic toward the high kicks, get his hands busy. And there's the face right there. Just piece him up. And these are the fights that take years off your life, right? It takes years off your life, takes years off your career. I mean, the scar tissue right there. Well, it's not scar tissue, but he busted him open. He's going to have scar tissue there. It just, just not a very best way to approach the fight against Brandon Moreno. Brandon is very, very good. You just got to be dynamic when you fight someone who's dynamic. Like him versus Figueiredo, both dynamic fighters. Alex Pantoja, very dynamic. All right, now let's take a look at this. Holy moly. Total strikes thrown, 236. 317. Landed at 132 and 63. Wow. Oh, wow. That is a lot of strikes landed. A lot of strikes. Well, let's see. Takedowns. Takedowns. Where are the takedowns at? Takedowns. 0-1. 1 of 4. So Amir tried to wrestle him, but it seemed like he wasn't able to get it there. 25% out of 4, but he only controlled him for 9 seconds. That's credit to Brandon Moreno's grappling and wrestling ability. But holy shit. 317. Good Lord. And that's just punches to bunches, right? Like they're just trying to land. I haven't looked at my strikes at the end of my career, but I felt like I was kind of like very lower numbers. But then again, I haven't seen them. But 317. Wowzers. And landed 132. That's a lot of shots landed. 132. And right here, boys, like I said, the assassin baby has survived the mighty interview curse. You know what's funny? People have got to think that if you think this man trains for 8 to 9 weeks or 10 weeks and he does one interview for an hour long, that's going to dictate if he wins or loses the fight. You guys are fucking idiots. Merab was on the Mighty Cast. He beat Sugar Sean O'Malley. Everybody thought Merab was going to lose Sugar Sean O'Malley. He worked Sugar Sean O'Malley. We had Khalil Roundtree on there, but he fought Potan. That was a great fight. We have some other guests on here, and you think them training for 9 weeks to come on the show to try to help. And this is why we do the Mighty Cast. If this man, when we had Max Holloway on the podcast, he had 396,000 views on that podcast. Let's say 200,000 of those people actually bought the pay-per-view. You know how much more money that goes in his pocket? Do the math, fools. Seek some help. Get some help. But boom, check out the Mighty Cast with Brandon Moreno. I don't believe in the curse because I think that's all stupid and superstitious. And then boom, I'm not proud of this. I'm not going to lie. I'm not proud of this. 1,000 and 7 strikes landed. I mean, if this is my overall career, okay, awesome. But I feel as where I'm at now, being 38 years old, my shots weren't quality, meaning that it shouldn't get this high, right? You look at Figueiredo, he knocks people out, right? You look at Kai France, he knocks people out too. Tim Elliott, he doesn't. But it's also, we got to break down how many fights we had and all that stuff. But congrats to Brandon Moreno for having this new record. Good job. But when I sit here and look at it, it's like, damn, 1,059, that means I don't have much power, right? But once again, we're flyweight. So, but congrats to Brandon Moreno. He can have that record. God bless him. They spell my name right? Good job. Proud of you guys. Charles Johnson. See him. And here's me, Brandon Moreno, trainer right here, right? Like, he's so good. Doing a good job. Rolls. Very fluid. And this is me, trying to get better at my grappling. And we're just flowing right now, right? I just want to be able to feel him move. And he feels great. And this is me just trying to play and move with him. And once again, you just want to flow and just see what the person does. He gives me the takedown. He does the fighting. Look at Mike over there, fucking that big guy. Yeah. But his grappling is pretty good. And I'd be curious to see where he goes next. He did a statement that he didn't want to fight for the belt. He wants to do one more fight. And I think that's very smart. Take your time when you get to the belt, because the last thing you want to do is rush into the fight. He tried, and he did a good job trying to arm drag me. And I did a roll, and then he kind of let me go. Here we are, we're moving a little bit more. And we're just playing. I'm trying not to give him my base. He's trying to take my base. I'm trying to blow his head down. And this is the hardest thing about gi, no gi for me, is that everything's so slippery. And this me breaking a grip, he tries to take me down. Goes past his guard, and we're just playing right now. Nobody, and the thing is too, I'm at a point in my career where I'm not trying to win. Like, me trying to smash Brandon in training does nothing for me. I don't need to know if I'm better than Brandon or if Brandon's better than me. I want to feel and help athletes get better and let them feel like how I feel when I train. And this is just playing and flowing. And I try to go for armbar. Boom. He responds perfect. I roll. He's going to roll over the top. Boom. Look, he passes guard. I recover my guard. I try to go for another thing. And it's just playing. And we're having a good time. This is what it's about. This is what this culture of mixed martial arts needs. It's two guys at the highest level. Me retired at this. I don't think I came out and retired. I haven't came out and retired. Told you guys I retired, but he knew I was retired. And here's a guy still in the middle of his career, trying to win, learning, training with me. This is what this sport is about, is two guys smiling. That's what it's about, right? I'm gonna take a picture and be like, well, I'll do that later. So, but let's continue. Us smiling and just trying to play with each other. No Diddy. Right? And I'm glad I was able to be a part of his camp and help him with his training camp. And there he is right there getting his thing. He's like, oh, what is next for Brandon Moreno? But boys, if you guys enjoyed this breakdown of Brandon Moreno of the Void breakdown, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to turn on live, and leave in a comment below who do you want to see Brandon Moreno fight next. And make sure you guys check out the Mighty Cast with Brandon Moreno. It dropped last week. We have another Mighty Cast dropping tomorrow, and I think you guys are gonna like the guests. As always, we'll see you guys at the next video.